All systems go. Cleared for takeoff.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Week 9 wide receiver NFL quick hit. Hey, before we get into it, you guys know the drill. We got to have a little fun. We were 50 subscribers away from 4,000 from our YouTube page, so definitely get over there. Do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed already, get over there, hit that subscribe button for me. Definitely appreciate that. Once we get to 4,000, we're going to have a couple nice giveaways, so make sure you're paying attention to that. Do me a favor, too. Hit that like button for me. Always appreciate that. And hey, let's give a quick shout out to our favorite sponsors. We'll start out with Drafters. Make sure you guys get over there, check it out. They got week-to-week contest. If you haven't got in there yet, you can use promo code SHIPIT, get you a nice little deposit bonus up to $100. Make sure you get over there and check that out. And then we got Run the Sims. You get a 10% off your membership here. You hear us talking quite a bit about it, especially during the showdown slates. Great tool here that we use here at SHIPIT Nation. Also, don't forget about Line Star. Definitely a big help there, building your teams and also any kind of sports bets if you're into that. And hey, let's not forget about the promo code we're running here at SHIPIT Nation. Promo code NBA10. Get you expert content, projections, tools, the community, all of the sports we have to offer. That's right, all of them. We don't charge you separate for each one. You get all of the sports. Coming in with NFL or NHL and NBA coming on board here with the NFL and PGA, MMA. Great time to join here. Great value, especially at the price we are offering. But hey, let's not forget about, too, all the big wins we had here this past week. Great week last week at SHIPIT Nation. We had all kinds of big winners. We showed them to you yesterday. But let's keep that hot streak going here. Let's take a quick peek here at some wide receiver injuries. We got Drake London we're going to have to keep our eye on. He looks to be day-to-day with a groin injury. Julio Jones signed onto the 53rd for the 53-man roster. So it looks like he's going to get a chance over there in Philly. Kendrick Bourne over there in New England hit the IR, and Curtis Samuel's got a little foot issue. We're going to have to keep our eye on. Could be having him day-to-day. Let's just take a quick peek at some defense versus position. The 32, the worst defensive team against the wide receivers is Philadelphia coming in at 32. Washington coming in at 31. San Francisco, 30. Minnesota, 29. And we got Miami coming in at 28. The best defenses against the wide receivers, the Jets coming in at 1, 2, Dallas, 3, Houston, 4, Cleveland. And then we got Carolina coming in at 5. Week 9, DVP mismatches for the offense, plus 16, Dallas over Philadelphia, plus 13, New Orleans over Chicago, plus 11, Minnesota over Atlanta, plus 5, Carolina over Indy, and then we got another plus 5, Raiders over the Giants. As far as targets go, last week, leading targets for all the wide receivers. Last week, 2 weeks ago, we had 17 guys that had over 10 targets that were playing on the main slate in week 7. Week 8, we had 10 guys that had over 10 targets the week before. And this week, we only have 9 guys this week on the main slate that had over 10 targets or more. CeeDee Lamb led the bunch there with 14. DK Metcalf had 14. Pittman had 13. Scary Terry McLaurin had 12. We got Cooper with 11. Thielen with 11. Dotson with 10. Osborne with 10. And Cooper Kupp also had 10. The last 2 weeks, red zone targets. Addison leads all of NFL with 6. Pittman also had 6. Scary Terry with 6. DK with 5. And Romeo Doubs had 4 for Green Bay. The last 2 week team percentage target share, the percentage of the passing targets that are spread around what that receiver gets, his total team percentage share. CeeDee Lamb leads all of the NFL the last 2 weeks with a 41% target share. Adam Thielen comes in at second with 35.5%. A.J. Brown, 35.4%. Puka comes in at 32.2%. Deontay Johnson, 31.7%. And Pittman, 30% on the nose. Now, last week, I do know we didn't have any bye weeks, any bye teams last week, but I want to say there was about 14, 15 guys that had over 30% target share. As I just mentioned here, we only got 6 guys here this week on the main slate that are seeing 30% more or target share of their team's target share in the last 2 weeks. Last week, just checked out 13 guys. So definitely something to keep your mind on here this week. But my wide receiver top plays I got here, I got a couple guys here I'm already looking at. One of my top guys here has got to be Adam Thielen, 8,300 against Indy. Thielen, 11, 13, and 13 targets his last 3 weeks. Young's favorite target has touchdown catches in his last 2 out of 3 weeks. Man, I just love the volume here and the upside. In the second highest game total of the main slate, definitely like some Adam Thielen here against Indy. The next guy I'm going to be looking at here is Chris Olave, 6,900 versus Chicago. Man, you look at this guy's game log. You just take out games week 4 and 5, and I believe Carr was hurt, couldn't even throw the ball downfield. Olave was questionable in week 5. I mean, you take out that, this guy's averaging 11 targets, 83 yards. Olave is second also in the NFL in air yards and leads all wide receivers in targets with 21 of 20 yards or more. So, hey, I expect Carr to keep going to him here. So I expect some big weeks coming here from Olave, and definitely like this week against Chicago. Now, another guy I'm going to be looking at here is definitely a value play that I'm going to be looking at here. Demario Douglas, 5,400 for New England against Washington. As I told you earlier, Bourne is going to be on the IR. Devontae Parker is in concussion protocol. Douglas, his last 2 weeks, has had a 79% route share with 6.5 targets, and he also had Bourne and Parker playing with him at that point. So definitely like where those targets are going to go. Looks like Douglas could be the guy that Mac Jones is going to be relying on here. Definitely, I expect him to get these chances, and especially against the 31 ranked DVP defense against wide receivers, that would be Washington. Definitely like the upside here for Douglas at only 5,400 on FanDuel. But hey, that's going to do it for a quick little rundown here of some wide receivers. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about some running backs. Hey, do me a favor. Leave in the message here who you think what wide receiver is going to break the slate. Do you got a value wide receiver you're looking at? Let us know. Put it in the comments there. We might pick one out there and give a nice prize out, especially if you hit a slate breaker. But hey, also, don't forget about our sponsors of the show, Drafters. As I mentioned, you get a nice little deposit bonus up to $100 for using promo code SHIPIT. Don't forget about Run the Sims. 10% off any membership. And then don't forget about using promo code NBA10 over here at SHIPIT Nation. Get you all the sports we have to offer, 10% off any membership. Get you the content, projections, tools, community, Discord, all of the fun stuff. Come join the fun with us. Maybe we'll get you a nice big fat screenshot we'll be able to share at the beginning of the week and the videos with the quarterbacks. Don't miss out. Don't forget about the process videos we got here too. Big help here, 4-hour process video from Tambo and Hoop. And then they also did one for NBA, a 2-hour process video. Make sure you guys get over there and check that out. That is worth the value alone here to join SHIPIT Nation. But hey, that's going to do it. We're going to get to the top of these tournaments again this week. I'll see you at the top. Catch you back here tomorrow. We'll talk some running backs. Don't forget, we're going to ship it.